There also were several Dolphins players who've been asked the question, and you can tell, I don't know if it's coming from the same reporter, but it's almost worded the exact same way. How are you dealing with the outside noise? What's your reaction to the outside noise about Mike McDaniel, whether it was Jalen Waddle, Alec Ingold? There were 5 or 6. We collected the quotes and posted them last night. So it's become a thing now.
Yeah.
And I know they say they try not to be distracted, but how do you ignore? Because it's not like any other team currently is dealing with this open discussion to the point where the coach is being asked about it, players are being asked about it. It has to be a thing. It has to be something because it's different from anything anyone else is dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, it is a thing. We know the business. I feel bad for Mike McDaniel. He looks stressed out to me there. I mean, I've known him for a long time. Of course, he worked under the Shanahans. He looks stressed out and worn out, and you could say what you want. He's not paying attention, but you know that he is. He knows what's going on. He's going home and hearing his wife go like, hey, what's going on? I'm a little worried, right? I mean, come on. So he's trying to put his best foot forward. I understand it's not perfect down in there in Miami. I get it. And Mike McDaniel's probably approached and done some things that I'd go, I don't know if I would have done it that way. But I don't know if I'm here at the spot right now to sit here and go, we're ready to fire Mike McDaniel. I don't. I don't look at it. I don't think that's fair. I really don't. First off, we're talking, he took the job in 2022. They went to the playoffs, year one. And he had to deal with a quarterback who, couldn't really play that whole year. And they still got to the playoffs. Year two, they go to the playoffs. They have the second best record in the AFC. Last year's year three. They don't go to the playoffs. They miss out by a game. Also, without their quarterback who's injury prone that the organization just is going to do everything for, he didn't play 6 games. So he missed 4, he missed 6. One of those years they made the playoffs, one they didn't. There's been a ton of mistakes down there in Miami that I would sit there and go, they got nothing to do with Mike McDaniel. They didn't trade. He didn't trade for Bradley Chubb and give him all this money and get nothing in return. He didn't. Tyreek Hill, that was the front office. Yeah, there's some stuff there you got to deal with. I mean, a lot. Jalen Ramsey. Oh, wait, he didn't want to be in Jacksonville. He didn't want to be in L.A. He got to Miami. Oh, guess what? He didn't want to be there when things got bad. Oh, but that's Mike McDaniel's fault. I can keep going. Laundry list, right? So I don't understand why he's been put at the front here of let's fire him when I go, those are all Chris Greer. They're all Chris Greer. And he's done everything, too, to ruin the team because he loves stars, and he's just going to star. And I won't say what I usually say, as in they're star effers. We know that. And they paid a quarterback and gave him money that nobody else in football would. They negotiated against themselves and went, hey, Tua, you want $40 million? No, we don't want to give you 40. We'll give you 42. No, you want 42? No, we'll give you 48. They negotiated against themselves against a guy who's injury prone, and then they have to change their whole offense around because he can't hold the ball in the pocket. But we got to justify we picked him a number 10 because I'm the GM and I picked the right quarterback. So look, the team's good. I picked the right guy. So there's a lot of things there that I just go, that's not Mike McDaniel. That's the organization of the Dolphins, and that's where I don't think it's fair.
2 things. Number one, he took that job, and he knew or should have known that the Dolphins have a history of dysfunction.
Yeah, I know.
They do.
That's hard,
and
though. You don't get a lot of shots all the time.
This is a message to any coordinator.
Yeah.
When that window's open, it may close, but you may regret having gone through that window when it opens because and there are plenty of names we could list of guys who would say, I never should have taken the job where I did because I thought it would be different and it wasn't. What's the saying? When you dance with the devil, you don't change the devil changes you. And don't think you're going to be the guy that goes in there. It's the same attitude that some coaches have about players. Players been a problem everywhere he's gone. Well, I'll be the one.
Yeah.
I'll be the one to change it. It's confidence that borders on hubris that becomes delusion that makes a coach think I am the secret ingredient to changing everything. So he took that job. And I remember the FaceTime he did with Tua because I'm thinking, is Tua really the answer? Like, new coach wants his own quarterback. This isn't exactly Peyton Manning that you're inheriting when Jim Mora got fired and Tony Dungy got hired, and it's a no-brainer. And
right.
I remember we were kind of like, man, he's really all in with Tua. I'm kind of surprised he's all in with Tua. Second point. The Dolphins have been soft, and that's just not me. That's Jordan Brooks. And I thought the fact that Jordan Brooks was named a captain this year by the team would change that, and that's what they're trying to do. They have been soft. They've developed a reputation, and I'm not saying they are. I'm just reiterating what has come from inside the house.
Right.
And that sticks to the guy who sets the tone. And the problem, Chris, is that very chill, nonchalant, authentic way. It's kind of too late to turn the train around on the tracks.
All right.
That's the problem.
Well, what I would say a little to that, right, is first off, some of those players there fit that mold of what you're talking about. They came down there to just be a part of the star show. Oh, wait, we got to be tough? Oh, but I just came down for being cool in Miami and getting money, and I wanted to be in the fame, and everywhere, everybody famous in America is in Miami. I want to be down there in the mix. Again, I don't know if I put that all on Mike McDaniel. I mean, he didn't draft Christian Wilkins to where he was a pretty good player and they don't sign him to a second-year contract. He didn't draft some of these offensive linemen that haven't been worth a damn and they can't be tough up there and be tough that way. So I don't think he's always been put with the culture there. And, I hear you took the job, but also you and I both know sometimes, sometimes it's your only option. You can't pass it up or you're never going to get a job again. So it's tough. It's tough that way. That's where I can't totally blame him there. But I just look at it and go, no, I understand the rules and the way the world is in the NFL right now, but I think it's a little harsh on Mike McDaniel. Like I said, it's playoffs. It's quarterback who throws it 2 yards. It's quarterback who we just heard a teammate on the other team in the Colts go, he gets scared if the first guy's not open. And then they still are competitive and make that happen. And also, he reinvented offense in football. They have been the most fun team to watch in the game the last 3 or 4 years. So that's where I don't love it. I understand the environment. I understand the criticism, but I don't think we're at fire Mike McDaniel first. I'd be more at fire Chris Grier first before I would start diving into McDaniel. That's just me, though.
I think that they both are on very thin ice right now.
Yeah.
Both. And here's the other reality. It goes back to he took the job. You mentioned the culture in Miami. Well, again, he's in a position where he knows who he's going to work with. He knows the job he's taking. And he could have stayed in San Francisco and continued to be the offensive coordinator and waited for another opportunity. It's not like all of a sudden the 49ers are going to become a crap team.
No, I hear you.
You can't leverage that offensive coordinator position into a head coaching job. And secondly, God, what was my next point? Oh, this gets back to knowing the dysfunction. Think about this. Mike McDaniel took that job in the days after Brian Flores filed a landmark race discrimination lawsuit against Stephen Ross that included the allegation that Stephen Ross went to Brian Flores and offered him $100,000 per loss when they were trying to tank for Joe Burrow, not Tua, but Joe Burrow during the 2019 season. I mean, at a minimum, don't you tap the brakes? Don't you say, do I really want to go work for this guy?
I know, but Sean Payton was going down there. And Brian Flores tried to change the culture. It's hard to do it when the powers to be above you won't let the culture change because it's going to infringe on their little territory. Wait, I'm up here with the owner in the box, and he's trying to change things and make me do something else. Get his ass out of here and fire him. We'll bring in the next guy who's going to listen to me. And that's what it feels like down in Miami. And that's where I feel for Mike McDaniel a little bit.
Sean Payton wasn't going down there to coach Tua. He was going down there to coach Tommy. That's the difference.
Well, yeah.
That's the thing that Brian Flores' lawsuit blew up. And what a weird offseason that was because there weren't many people talking about that one. And people thought we were making it up or just otherwise misinformed. And then, boom. Hall of Fame weekend that year, the crap hit the fan for the Dolphins, and the league whacked them for tampering with Sean Payton and Tom Brady. All right. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.